grade 12s, it's me, Candace. Paper 2 is here again. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? No? Okay, I won't do that. But you do need to form some sort of relationship with poetry at some point. The mini poetry essay certainly needs your attention. And that's why today we are going to focus on the aspects of writing a mini essay. Let's start off by noting that it is a 10-mark poetry question, answered in a short essay. This mini essay is optional, but it is an easy 10 marks. Like any essay, first you have an introduction. Your introduction should state the central message of the poem, meaning that your introduction should mention what the poem is about. Be very specific, as the rest of the essay goes on to discuss how different aspects of the poem help convey that central message. Now, one thing you need to remember is that these mini poetry essays look the same every time you write them. An introduction, a 4-paragraph body, and a conclusion. Now, this next bit is quite simple. You need to memorize these words in this exact order. Paragraph 1, structure. Paragraph 2, tone. Paragraph 3, diction. Paragraph 4, imagery. This is what each of these paragraphs will focus on when you write them. The conclusion links all of the above together. Introductions for mini poetry essays are all the same. First, you need to construct your thesis statement where you must identify the central message. Remember that a thesis statement states the main purpose of the essay. Now, after you have written your thesis statement, you will include one sentence that mentions what you will cover in your main points. This essay will discuss how the structure, tone, diction, and imagery of the poem convey the central message. You can memorize the sentence and write it as is, because every mini poetry essay serves to discuss how different poetic aspects help convey the central message. Do you remember how to peel? Well, we need to peel our paragraphs on our poetry essay too. But there's one little catch. The L in peel falls away. Unfortunately for the letter L, we don't need its assistance in this essay. What I mean is that it is not necessary to link your paragraphs together. So start off by making a point or a statement about the structure of the poem. This is, of course, your topic sentence. This tells the reader what the paragraph is about. Remember, paragraph 1 needs to be about the structure of the poem. For example, Sonnet 130 is a Shakespearean sonnet. It has 14 lines and is divided into 3 quatrains. Its rhyme scheme is the form of AB, AB, CD, CD, EF, EF, GG, ending with a rhyming couplet. Now, we need to explain how this structure helps convey the central message of the poem. Some may say that Shakespeare wrote this sonnet to challenge those poets who use too much hyperbole when describing their loves. Some may say that he chooses to tell the person how much he loves them despite their imperfections. Depending on where you stand and what you were taught, you need to explain how this sonnet structure helps convey that central message of the poem. Paragraph 2 needs to be about the tone. Paragraph 3 needs to be about the diction in the poem. Paragraph 4 needs to be about the imagery in the poem. Back up all your points with evidence from the poem. Explain how your point links to the central message of the poem, and that's it. The key to writing this essay is having a sound knowledge and understanding of your poem. Now, when it comes to your conclusion, you have to link all of the points together. This is when we bring our L back. Here is something else to memorize. Your conclusions all look the same in the mini poetry essay. Have a look. In conclusion, the structure, tone, diction, and imagery all work together to convey the central message that. The spaces are where you would mention the specific aspects that you have identified and discussed when you wrote your mini essay. Poetry is all about interpretation. However, the poet did write the poem in a specific way to convey some sort of message. Your job in this mini essay is to have a deeper look at what that message is and try to make sense of it all. So why not use this optional section as a stage to present your own ideas and interpretations of the poem? Remember not to ignore how the poet chose to write the poem, but in the end, to thine own self be true. Bye guys.